All right, shalom, shalom. Come back into the spirit. Quick live camp on a Wednesday. But first and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachadash. Double honors to our elders and the apostles, Great Mill, Start to teach well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to those that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right, so this camp, I'll start off with we're in the end of this thing, man. We're watching the downfall of Esau's kingdom, and we're seeing all of these prophecies pop off like popcorn. They all coming to pass in rapid succession. And the Lord said, "Hey, you know what? When you see these things happen, as a matter of fact, I'll just get the precept. It's the second Ezra 9:1, and he says, and he said, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the science past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." So we're seeing all of these prophecies coming to pass. We're seeing the systematic downfall and decline of Babylon the Great. You're seeing things shut down. You're seeing people lose their jobs. You're seeing division between the Edomites, between all of the different factions of Edom. You're seeing those divisions, okay? You're seeing talks of wars and rumors of wars and uproars of people, and major catastrophes all over the world. Hell, we're having a catastrophe right now. It's a nice day right now, but it's supposed to be like another polar storm coming in. And these different differentials in the weather, these hot and cold temperatures, they cause major storms to happen and major catastrophes, okay? When you take all of this energy and from the heat and you quickly cool it down, it causes major storms. And we're seeing that happening all over the country, all right? Not just that, all of America's friends are now becoming enemies. Canada is talking about going to war with America. Mexico is saying that they already at war with America. You see what I'm saying? So we're starting to see all of these prophecies that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai spoke of in the Holy Scriptures come to pass, okay? It says, therefore there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Then shall thou understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before, even from the beginning. So right now we're seeing all of these prophecies come to pass. All right. We're seeing all of these things that the Lord spoke of come to pass. So we know that we're at the end of Esau's kingdom and the beginning of the kingdom of Jacob, or Yahweh Shai, it's about to come to pass. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of the ancients and be occupied in prophecy. And this is why you see so much stuff going on right now with the men of the Lord, hitting every single thing that come out, because we're seeing these prophecies prophesy like pop off like popcorn right now, as we say. You're seeing them. You're seeing everything that we've been saying for the last, since 1969, since Abba Bibbins, been on the highways and the byways, High Priest Yaquab, and all of our predecessors. You're seeing all of those things that were spoken of and continue to be spoken of come to pass. You're seeing it right now to this day. You're literally seeing the fall of America and the destruction of Esau Edom. These devils can't get it right. Okay. So when you look at all of these things and you see all this stuff happening, you understand that, yes, these are the things that the Lord spoke of concerning the downfall of Edom. Okay. This is Second Ezra 69. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So Jacob is the end, is the beginning. Esau is the end. We're watching the fall of Esau's world. You're seeing all of these things that the Lord said that was going to happen to Eve come to pass concerning his fall. Okay. You're seeing all of the nations turn against Esau. Okay. You're seeing him losing his grip, and he's desperately making all of these different mistakes, you know, to try to piece things back together. And he can't do it because the Lord set a bounds that he cannot pass. Let me go to the book of Obadiah, you know, since I brought that up. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. This is book of Obadiah, you know, chapter 1, verse 1. Because we all about the doom and gloom and the destruction of Esau, Edom. We're all about the destruction of your world because we're tired of this shit. You know, I was just I just did a video right before, you know, I set up here. I was watching, and these you had these damn harlot houses where it was basically like a satanic ritual in what they call a Christian church. That's basically what it was, a satanic ritual inside of what they call a Christian church. And then you had these black women, you know, these so-called black women dressed in all black tight leather, talking about backing it up. They got to be a baddie and all that stuff. You can't tell me that this place is just destroyed and filled with adultery, because look who's ruling it. Esau, Edom. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her battle. So this is why you see, you know, places like Canada and Mexico that at one time was cool with America. You know, one time they were cool with America. Now they're saying, nah, we don't want to have nothing to do with America. Oh, you want to put tariffs on us? We're gonna put tariffs on you. Okay, that's what's happening right now. And Mexico ain't taking it either. Mexico is making it to where you need a visa to enter into Mexico now. They're doing the same shit that America is doing to them. They're doing it to Americans. So Americans, y'all not gonna have no go in the world to escape this destruction. All hell break loose. Okay, and I'm gonna continue on. Verse 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Going into what I just said just a second ago. It ain't gonna be nowhere you can go, you Americans and you so-called white people, to where you're gonna get along with people. Everybody gonna be looking at y'all with a side eye because they understand that you are the ones who cause all these problems in the earth right now. Okay? It is the rulership of the wicked that got all this shit going on. All right. And just like you know, I was watching a video with Elder Malcolm not too long ago, and he was talking about a couple years back, I guess 2017, 2018. This is right around the time I came into the truth. He said there was a couple MITs around that time. I believe it was around that time. I could be wrong around the date, you know, but I know he said that there was a couple MITs who created an AI software, and they put the AI software onto the internet. So for about 2 months, the AI software did its thing. And when they came back to it to check it, it had compiled who the Israelites were, and that if this specific group of people was not on the earth would probably be straightened and heal itself within a short period of time. Well, who do you think those people were? It was so-called Esau, a so-called white man, Edomites, man. All right. They're greatly despised all over the earth. Even AI is saying that they're the wicked people on the planet. Okay. You know, anything evil this devil does, right? Anything evil, that's what the so-called white man does. He doesn't go and do what's right, you know, for his people. He does what's right within his wicked heart. You see what I'm saying? That's what the so-called white man does. Okay? You know, he doesn't go and do things the way they should be done. He goes to do things to be destructive, to be evil, to be wicked. So now the rest of the world is seeing all that stuff. Okay, they see exactly what Esau, Edom has been doing. So now you got the other nations, the heathen nations, that are turning against them. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. These devils still don't realize to this very day that they are the ones that are the problem. You know, they want to sit there and complain and say, woe is me. But when they were doing all this shit to everybody else, it was all good. When everybody else was getting it, it was fine. But now that your own people is doing what you was doing to others to you, now you want to cry about it. You see, that's the hypocrisy of Edom. Okay. It says, and you refuse to take a look at yourself and say, damn, you know, I was the one that was off. I'm the one that's doing evil. Because of what? Because of pride. You know, you think you're doing right, but it's your pride. That's why the Lord said, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in thine heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Well, you about to get brought down. You're being brought down now. Okay? It says, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle. And I saw a video not too long ago, and this was a real video. There was an eagle, bald eagle, big ass bald eagle, eating trash out a damn dump. And if that wasn't telling about what's about to happen to America, how America is about to go from this lofty position to be down in a trash heap, if that wasn't telling about what's about to happen to America, and I've been meaning to do a video about that, but yeah, if that wasn't telling about what's about to happen to America, you know what I'm saying? Because the Lord gives signs. The Lord's tell you, He gives little stuff like that. Oh damn, why is that? Well, a national symbol of the eagle, the bird of the eagle is America's. America is the one that uses the eagle as its national symbol, right? Okay, well, hey, the Lord gave an example of the eagle eating goddamn trash, okay, out of a dumpster. Well, the Lord said that He's going to bring you down to the ground, man. All right. It says, the Lord said, He said, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith the Lord. So the Lord about to bring He's bringing this devil down. It's happening right now as we speak. You're seeing the so-called white man being brought down to the ground, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all are watching Esau being destroyed right before your eyes, and y'all still want to ride with this nigga, man. Y'all still want to ride with him. Y'all still want to reach for the American dream, even though y'all see this place being destroyed. You know? And we keep telling y'all the only way out of this is to come back to y'all power. But that's why 2/3 of our people are slated to be destroyed, because y'all don't want to let go of this system. All right? It says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have not stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? You see, the thing is Esau likes to hide everything and put everything in secret, you know, to where you can't tell what's going on. But because of the unicorn, right, and these different social media platforms, Esau is being revealed in real time. Okay, he's being revealed in real time. All right, and Esau, you know, he won't leave anything for anybody else. Right? This devil is so damn diabolical. He would even take the seed and reprogram the seed to where you can't produce new seeds unless you go to him. He'll make the seed, he'll make the fruits where it doesn't reproduce any more seed. This is how diabolical this devil is. He not only will he take the grapes and take all the grapes, but he won't leave you nothing to replant with. You know? He wants you coming to him for the want of all things, man. Your food, your water, your clothing, everything. Okay? He wants complete control and domination over everything in a very wicked way. All right? Verse 7, it says, and this is the point that I wanted to get to, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Canada, Mexico, Europe, all of these different nations that were once at peace with Babylon the Great. Nah, they're not at peace with you no more, man. They just playing a role, waiting for the day to where they can join in with everybody else. Okay? It says, and prevailed against thee, they that eat their bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. You know, you don't even realize that you're on the chopping block, man. You don't even realize that all of these wickednesses that you have done to everybody else is shortly about to come upon you and double. All right. It says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of the mountain of Esau? This is why the federal government is falling apart right now, man, because they don't have any understanding. The Lord is taking all of the understanding and wisdom out of Esau, Edom. He's taken all of that stuff out of America. So now you don't see America on top of his game doing all of the things that it once was to make America successful. America's making mistake after mistake after mistake. you know, putting people into power that promise one thing and do another. You should see how Trump's constituents have turned against him, you know, because everything he said he was going to do, he's doing. So you mad because he's actually doing the shit. Hey, you was an immigrant that voted for Trump. Hey, you getting put out. That's just the way that it is. You voted for that. But you shouldn't be voting for this system anyway if you a Jake, you know? But that's what happens because you're voting for a wicked ruler, man. Okay? So don't think that the wicked ruler is going to do right by you. He not. You're just being used and played like always, man. Always. This is what Esau Edom does. He plays the role to get you to do what you need him to do. As a matter of fact, let me grab a quick precept on that. This Ecclesiastic is the book of or the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, and it says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Well, who's our enemy? It's a so-called white man. He's the enemy. Not only is he the enemy of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, he's the enemy of the world. He's adverse to life. This dude is as death. Okay? He's adverse to life. He says, never trust thine enemy, for like iron rust, so is his wickedness. So if you know anything about iron, once iron rust, it's almost impossible to get rid of the rust, man. You can get it off, but it's going to come right back. Okay? Because it's already rusted. It's already been oxidized. It says, though he humble himself, Esau always comes like he's, you know, when he does his little campaigns and his elections and all that shit, he always comes as if he's coming to help, as if he's a savior, as he's taking the low. You know, he's going to do right by you. But when it all said and done, this damn devil has nothing but contempt and destruction in mind for your ass. You want to say, let me check the feed. We still going. He has nothing but contempt and destruction in mind for you. All right. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if you have wiped the looking glass. You wipe the looking glass on a misty day, you know, and thou shalt know that all of his rust has not altogether been wiped away. You know how when you wipe a looking glass or a window or a mirror or something like that, it's that little film that's left over that's almost impossible to get off. That's Esau Edom, man. Okay, you ain't this devil is not going to do good by you, man, because he is the harbinger of death, and he's pure wickedness. He is the wicked on the earth. All right. What was I about to get? This is the book of Isaiah 25:7. And it says, and I will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all nations. Okay. So the Lord has systematically removed the covering cast, all of the deception and evil that has been cast over all of these nations for so long, to where they could not see the so-called white man for who and what he really was. All that shit has been taken away. This is why so much stuff, thing after thing after thing after thing, is coming out about this devil, and it's so much that he can't even hide it all. It's becoming so blatant now that the so-called white man, okay, he can't even hide it even for a moment. Remember before, you know, it'll be some time before a lot of the things that he does will come out. Right now it's coming out. Oh, this was a hoax. That was a hoax. This was some bullshit. Oh, this didn't really go down. Okay, he lying about this. Oh, this is what he did. You know, it's coming out real fast now. Okay, this is one of the reasons why he's going to shut down the internet, because all of his wickedness and evils that he's been doing, he can't hide that shit no more. Okay. Most of the things that Esau was able to get away with, about 90% of it, it was done in secret. His secrecy was his superpower. And now that he doesn't have his secrecy no more, He no longer has that ability. People are seeing, the world is seeing this devil for who and what he is. The Lord has removed that covering cast. So everyone sees that the so-called white man is the harbinger of death. Okay. He's the end of the world. Okay. The Lord is about to bring this destruction to the earth. All right. And we see this happening. Why? Because of the prophecies that are popping off. Okay. We're seeing the devil getting revealed. That was a prophecy. I just read it. Isaiah 25:7. The Lord gonna remove the covering cast. Okay. The Lord is gonna cause tempest and storms. That's happening, right? The Lord was gonna cause nation against nation. That's happening. There's food shortages happening. The grinding in Babylon is ceasing. You know, you see it in all these scandals. You know, in the music industry and entertainment industry, they're coming out like crazy. You know, so you're seeing all this stuff. So where do you equate that? You equate that to prophecy, the end of Esau's world, man, and the beginning of Jacob is happening. The scriptures say Jacob is Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. You know, the ultimate Jake, Yahweh Shai, about to take over and put everything back in order after he destroys Esau Edom. Okay, the Lord is gonna get his hands dirty, man. The Lord is gonna get down and he's gonna get the stomping. Okay, I'm gonna show you. (63:1). There we go. This is Isaiah 63:1. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength." Okay, that's that's Basra, I believe, the chief port city in Edom. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. And this statement right here. This is basically anywhere Edom is, okay, because he's in control of every city that he's in right now. You don't have any other nation that's really controlling anything like Esau Edom. I mean, China controls their nation. You know, you got parts of Africa, but they're all under the thumb of Esau. But that shit is being broken up because guess what? The Lord has removed the covering cast against these the covering cast. So all of the nations are starting to point to Esau. You know, like you the problem. All right. It says, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that I that speak in righteousness mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the winepress. You see? What is the winepress? Have you ever seen, you know, it seems like it's a very, simple thing, but when you let's just continue on, and then we'll break it down a little bit more. This is verse 3. It says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there is none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all mine raiment, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So the Lord is going to trample on Edom. Okay, he says, if you've seen the act of stomping on grapes, of making wine, it's a very brutal thing. You get people that got, their bare feet, and they get in this big wooden or stainless steel vat, and they just dump some grapes in there, and they just jump in there and they get to stomping, and the grapes are completely demolished. Okay, so he gave that metaphor to show you that this is how he's going to be squishing on these Edomites. How he going to stomp these Edomites out, man. Their blood is going to be bursting. Their body's going to be bursting like grapes, man. And blood is going to be squirting everywhere. It's going to be very brutal. Have you ever seen how grapes get stomped? Okay, it's a very, very brutal thing. Okay. Verse 5, it says, and I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upheld me. Okay. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and I will make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. You see that? That's that Esau being brought from that heavenly position, being brought down to the dirt. Okay, and that's exactly what's about to happen. You know, as we just read, who's gonna bring you down to the ground? The Lord gonna bring you down to the ground, man. You're gonna be in the ground like dirt, man. Okay, your kingdom is through. Okay, and as a matter of fact, let's just get that real quick because I brought it up. I we already brought that out in Obadiah. Let's see. Here it is. It's Isaiah 14:1. It says, "For I will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel, and set them in their land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Okay, and that hasn't happened yet. The Lord hasn't physically came and set Jacob in his own land. Okay, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and shall take them captives, whosoever captives there were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And that has not happened yet. Okay, Jake has not came to the point to where we are ruling over our oppressors. We're still in our captivity. This is how you know we're still in this thing. We're not, when they talking about, oh, well, we're in the second covenant. No, we ain't. Okay, the Lord didn't do this yet. We're still under the curses, man. None of that stuff is relieved. Now, is Esau starting to receive some of these curses? Yes. But are we still under these curses? Yes. Okay. We still catching it. We still got to go to work every day. Esau's still brutal. Right. It says, and it shall come to verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from the sorrow and from the fear and from the hard bondage where thou were made to serve. That none of that ain't happened yet. This is how we know we still at the end of Esau's world. It says that thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how the oppressors cease and the golden city cease. We ain't did that yet. Okay? We ain't did that yet. We're still in our captivity. But I'm going to move on. I'm going to continue on. It says, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the broken staff. You know, the staff is the representation of power. Okay, the iron rod. The Lord said he broke that staff. All right. That means the Lord broke this devil's power system, his power structure. This shit is about to crash all the way down. Okay. And one of the biggest tools that he used for his power structure was his financial system. And his financial system is toast. Okay. His whole system is about to collapse. Okay. As it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, woe to him that laden himself with thick clay. His whole system is about to collapse. All right. And they're going to use that heavy debt and all of this Doge unaccountability shit that they've been doing and looking into things, to use that as a pretext to put a system in place that monitors everything. And what do you think that's going to be? You're going to be a part of that monitoring. Okay, they already passed in the law. They still really passed the law not too long ago to where now your car can actually monitor you. Now they say the law is passed so that they can tell that you're impaired when you're driving. But we already know what it's going to be used for nefarious purposes. We know that. Okay, Esau, problem, reaction, solution. There's a problem, you're going to react, but we're going to offer a solution, but it ain't going to be what you think it is. Okay, verse 6, it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger and persecuted them, and not hindered. Nobody stands in this devil's way with the evil shit that he's doing. Nobody stands in his way. Okay, this devil just perpetually does what he does, and nobody stops. You know, person get killed down the street. There's no recourse to this devil. You know how many countries this man done bombed and people he done killed and families he done separated? And who's holding this devil who's holding him accountable for this shit? Nobody. This is why his punishment is going to be so harsh, because he has never, since the mark of Cain, was placed, he has never came into any type of judgment for his crimes. Okay, but you're about to. It says, verse 6 again, who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, because the earth is going to finally be at rest. All right. And it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Because as long as this devil has envy, all right, he see you with something, he got the same shit you got, but he want what you got. This devil is what the scriptures say, he is his death, and he cannot be satisfied. He's a black hole. Okay? And it says, hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thorns all the kings of the nations. Okay? Verse 10, it says, all they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? This is what's going to be happening to Esau here. Art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy prompt is brought down to the grave. The noise of thy vows, the worm is spread over thee, and the worm covereth thee. Okay? Ain't gonna be no more. But Esau, you're gonna be in that dead state, man. Just like the Israelites were in that dead state, you're gonna be in that dead state too. You're gonna be even worse than we are. You're gonna have worms up under you and over you, man. Okay? It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And the word Lucifer only means light bearer, man. The bearer of light. And when we talk about Lucifer, we're talking about the light bearer on the left-hand side when we're referring to Esau, Edom. It says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Okay? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne. And you notice it didn't say Satan, it said Lucifer. So what is it talking about? It's talking about the so-called white man. I will exalt my throne above the stars. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the earth. It's talking about the Israelites. He wants to rule over the Israel, over God, over the Lord's chosen people. That's his primary target. He wants to rule over us. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. This is why he's trying to GMO all the food, why he's trying to control the weather, why he's trying to genetically modify everything. I just said GMO the food. This is why he's trying to control the water and every aspect of life, because that's what the Most High does. Nothing happens unless the Most High sanctions it. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? The man. Okay? The man. This is how we know that this is talking about a man. Because it says it. It says it was a man. Okay? It's not no damn spirit that decided to beef with the Lord and they were all thrown down to earth. No. Satan does everything that he's supposed to do on the left-hand side. All right? It says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? And didn't he do that when he dropped his bombs like Japan, Hiroshima, and Nagasaki? Was it Fat Boy and Little Man, something like that? He dropped those bombs, and ever since then, there's just been an arms race, a nuclear arms race, all right? And made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, right? The world is a wilderness. Some freaking concrete jungle. You can't eat if you ain't got no job. There ain't no fruit trees growing anywhere, okay? Scriptures talk about how,
when the Israelites would glean their fields, we would have to leave a little bit in their fields for the sojourning stranger. If they were hungry, they would have something to eat. But does Esau do that? Hell no. You know, Esau has his veterans that fought his wars for him out on the goddamn street. This is the king that's ruling over this place. That's what it says. To him that is not good to himself, to whom will he do good? Okay? It says, verse 17 again, that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of the prisoners. Right? You lock people up for some bullshit, you know, victimless crimes, back child support, things of that nature, and then you keep them in there forever. Okay, there's no pardon, there's no mercy, there's no nothing, right? You keep people in, and then you create a system to where now that they've been in jail once, they can't even find gainful employment in a lot of respects, so they end right back up in there. Okay, and then we already know that the states have signed agreements with these private penitentiaries, right? To where, you know, all the beds have to be filled with a certain amount of prisoners, you know, or the state gets fined. So they had this contract going on. And of course, there's kickbacks and all of that stuff to these different congressmen and senators for this shit. This is why even Title 4D child support, the judges get the state gets double for every dime that they collect for child support. The federal government matches them dollar for dollar, and the judges get a kickback on it. This is why it's such a big deal to make sure you pay that shit, okay? Because they get a kickback on their pension. All right. It says, all the kings of the nations, even all them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. And that was pretty much it on that. Okay. But yeah, you know, this devil, he has been revealed, and through these prophecies, we see that the end of Esau's world is here. Okay. So I'm gonna bring out one more precept, and I'm gonna close out on that. I brought it out earlier. So I'm gonna go to the Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk 2:2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run that readeth it." And that's what we're doing when we go out to the highways and the byways. We're running and we're reading this. We're warning you of the things to come. We're standing on that tower, warning our people of the things to come. All right. It's and going back to the original premise of the lesson, these prophecies that are popping off. Okay, it says, verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but in the end it shall speak and not lie." Okay, and we're at the end. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We're the end. All right. It says, "Though it tarry, wait for it. Though it seem like it's taking some time, wait." Okay, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. When it comes, it's gonna be here. It's not gonna wait. Okay, you think just because we've been out here doing this for 100 years. I'm like it since 1969. It's almost been 100 years. Since the Elder came out, 2025. So it's been quite some time. You know, you think just because throughout the history of man we haven't seen these prophecies come to pass, so it seems like it's not going to happen. But the scriptures say that when they come, they're going to come, and guess what? They're not going to wait. They're going to be popping off like this. And that's exactly what's happening. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him." So like it. "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." And that's what we do. We live by our faith. But the soul of Esau is not upright. Like we used to say, he's the original, can't get right. Okay? Because what has been made crooked can't be made straight. Esau was created to be crooked. He was created to be the wicked, the vessels reserved unto wrath. Okay? It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine his philosophies, he's a proud man, neither keep it at home, but enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. Right? This is why things continue to happen, because this devil can change, because this devil can never be, he's never happy or satisfied. So everything always has to be updated. Everything always has to be changed. There needs to be new revisions to things, because once he realized there was a loophole or something to where you can have some type of benefit out of whatever he did, he changes that shit because he wants it all for himself. All right. But gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all peoples. Okay. And that's exactly what this devil does. He heapeth on him all nations and all peoples, and then he lays down his system of control and his philosophy, his doctrines, his democracy upon all these other nations. Okay. Um, And again, it says, I'm gonna read that again. He transgresses by wine. His philosophy is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Who enlarges his desires as hell. He creates a hellish condition, a hellish environment, no matter where he is. Okay, and is as death. It cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, and it says, surely not all these take up a parable against him in a taunting proverb and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? How long are we going to endure this shit? Well, it ain't going to be too much longer. And to him that laid himself with big clay. Well, you know what? You're creating all this debt out of nothing. Hey, it's about to come all crash. It's about to come crashing down very, very brutally. And there ain't going to be no escape unless you're one of the Lord's elect. Okay? So with that, I pray this edifying camp. I'm going to end it off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, great millstone. Until the next time I say shalom.